So my job is I run a video marketing digital agency. Kind of things I do day to day. Day to day, we basically film and video and live stream content for companies online, all the way through to television and adverts. How did it become this? Well, I've always worked in digital media and technology over the years. I started off my career firstly as an aircraft engineer for British Airways. When I was 17, I moved into London and done that. After doing that for about 10 years, it was quite a struggle for me to try and get out of that work, but I always wanted to go to art school, so I went back to Ealing Art School and I studied digital film and video. And computer programming as well on that. So that got me interested in art and technology. And then basically working on planes and seeing how it streamed video on planes. I got introduced to the internet really early down in Brighton when I was living there in about 94. And I realised if the internet could speed up the same speed as what the in-flight entertainment could work on a plane, then this could be pretty major stuff. So after that, I was just taken by the internet when I found it and just kept developing content and working for different companies, delivering content online, really. Yeah, well, with British Airways, I think with them, was interesting with British Airways at the time. I think they were part of the tests were what I remember doing were kind of like IQ tests. And with my type of dyslexia, a lot of dyslexics have quite high IQs. So I think they picked up on that as I had a high IQ and put me in the engineering program. So that was interesting how that happened. The challenges of being dyslexic in my job are, like everybody who's dyslexic, the admin side of it and doing emails is sometimes tricky. Or doing, not so much emails these days because I use software like Grammarly and stuff like that. But larger presentations and proposals and stuff, I find them difficult, that there'll be typos and stuff in it. So I get good people in and friends at the beginning just to sense check them for me. So that's really important for me at the beginning to get all these things ironed out. The benefits of being dyslexic, after studying dyslexia for a number of years and being dyslexic and having family members dyslexic, I think we see in pictures. I work in video, so it's kind of a no-brainer that being dyslexic, I think it helps tell stories, and see imagery in a way that other people wouldn't see it. So I think we're naturally gifted that kind of side. So you still have to work really hard, but I think we are gifted in that kind of area. It helps. Favourite thing about my job is meeting loads of different people, telling stories for different companies, helping people realise how to use digital media properly, how to tell stories, how to get stuff online for them and help support their businesses. But more so in that, I suppose when we go about and interviewing people, it's hearing people's individual stories about their life as well is quite, it's quite humbling really to hear people's stories. My career highlights so far is basically developing the company, what I'm running now. It's been a career highlight and specialising in live video streaming. What we've done first off when we started the company, and it's still early days of live streaming there. I think career highlights has been, I was live streaming before YouTube was invented or Facebook, so it's quite hard to live stream on the internet then. So being able to develop products and do stuff around about that early doors was really quite a high point. I suppose the other thing, through doing live streaming and working with music, I ended up working while I was at uni in London, in Ealing, with Sanctuary Records and putting content out for Iron Maiden. And then eventually cut a video for them. It was called Out the Silent Planet. If anybody remembers that song, we cut that and that went out for them. So that was pretty much a highlight. Everybody laughs when I tell that story. So the advice I'd give to my younger self is speak to your family and your teachers and try and articulate and tell them the problems that you're having with your education, not to shy away from it. It is really difficult to speak out when you're not sure what's wrong with you, if you haven't been told by a teacher or someone to do a dyslexic test, but I would try and say to myself to talk to other people, not to give myself such a hard time. I think when you're really young in primary school, it is really difficult to come to terms with. Feeling so different, you know something's wrong, you know you're intelligent, you feel bright, but you're just not getting it, what everybody else is doing. So it is really quite unsettling, quite disturbing for you, so you need to talk to people about it. What I'd say to dyslexic young people in Scotland is that you still have to fight for your rights, you still have to push forward and believe that you deserve to be recognised as being dyslexic, and you deserve to have the compensation for your education. Everybody deserves to get a good education, so not to be shy about, pushing forward for extra time, for digital copies of stuff, just stuff that's going to help you with your education. I think people should really push for it, speak to their teachers again, speak to the parents, and it's going to be harder for you. You're going to have to work harder, but just don't give up, because you will accelerate later on. I found it when I got to 13, 14 that I started to accelerate. My education started to accelerate and my learning started to accelerate. So don't give up when you're younger. And do stuff what makes you feel good about yourself. So I used to draw a picture, maybe a picture a day, draw a picture, and you complete and finish something. You maybe not be able to complete your English homework, but at least you can complete a picture and someone would say, hey, that's great. So it'd make you feel better.